Thank you for joining me. This is going to be a popping pearl tutorial, but I'm actually going to be doing the drink lid black like this, so it matches the other drinks that I've been doing lately. So here is the popping pearl boba. Popping pearl is pretty interesting if you haven't had it yet. Instead of the soft gelatin, here, let's start. This is white and translucent. And I roll a ball. This ball is actually a little over a half an inch. And then I roll with an index finger on the side. So here's the basic shape of the drink. And then I took 5 colors of the rainbow stuff that I had going on, and I rolled a tiny snake of each color. I'm going to put them here so you can see. It was the aqua blue color, purple, red, orange, yellow, and green. So those are the colors. And I took tiny slices off and rolled them into little balls. To place the boba, I put the tiny balls on the outside. You don't have to really worry about flattening them at this point. I stagger them. You don't have to do the colors in any order. You could place them randomly. But I stagger at the bottom, then I go up at a diagonal. And then I add a third layer for some of the places in between. I just think it is better this way. Anytime you touch anything when you're working with white, it picks up lint. So just be aware that before you start, it would probably be a pretty good idea to wipe your hand down with baby wipes and then take scrap piece of white clay to get all the lint off your hands. But it happens if you touch anything. So we have part of a third layer in there now. As you can see, the balls were not squished. I place it down and very, very gently roll it. I do this to start flattening the balls in there in place, and we want them to be as round as possible. And then I start rolling it towards the top. You can see how long that's become. I smash it. And that's how we have our little bobas. If you take your time, if you see that they're starting to get elongated in a certain direction, you press down and twist. And if you're twisting in the opposite direction, it gets back to being round again. So from here, I would take some TLS, put it on the top, and I dip it in the micro beads. You can use this, or you could use the really chunky glitter. If you have clear chunky glitter, it's just to be ice on the top. And then If you wanted a black straw, you can roll out a snake of black, cook it, and then you just chop it into small lengths. I do have some rainbow color left from my rainbow cane tutorial that I taught. I always roll out a few thin lengths and I chop them up for straws. The way I do that is I roll them out long, I cook them, and then I cut them into little straw length portions. From here, I would choose where I like the front to be. I put it slightly to the side, I put a pin in and poke a hole in the top. Then I take the little straw that I cut and I dip one end of it in the TLS. And I place it in. So from here I would bake it. Once you bake it, it is hard. So from here, the top that I had before was twisted length. I'll go ahead and show you that really quick, just so that way you know how I did it, and then I'll do the black one. The black one is a little bit simpler. But for the blue one, I took a length, I put a tiny bit of TLS on the edge, and I wrap the length around this way until it meets, and then I cut it. Then when I add the top part, I tried to attach it. Sorry, I'm like working at a really awkward angle, hoping that my voice will be louder. But you take a length and then you twist it in a spiral and attach it as it's twisted. I don't know, can you see that? I'm hoping that the phone will focus. There we go. So I twist it and then place it on the top all the way around. Now I'll show you the other method. The other method, I take some black, I roll it out into a snake, I get my cup ready by adding some TLS around the edge of the cup. So I go around the top edge of the cup, putting TLS on. This is just going to act as a bit of glue. Okay. So I'm going to wrap the black all the way around until it meets. Make sure that I have it even all the way around. And then from here I rock downwards. I push down on the seam, then I go directly across and push down. quarter it. Quarter it again, and then quarter it one last time. It gives it kind of like a little flower edge on top. I don't know if you can see that. It's just a really simple way to do it, and you could adjust it as it ends to try to keep the rim as flat as possible along the top. There's the ISO. There we go. From here you would cook it. Thank you so much for joining me. I would varnish these after they get done cooking this last time. I usually cook it the last time for maybe 18 minutes. Then I varnish them. Varnishing them actually gives them a nice sheen like they were in a clear plastic cup. So I use a gloss glaze. If you're wanting to do a regular boba, you could do a very dark grade brown with translucent. If you like this rim better, just follow the directions that I gave before, and that was aqua with a lot of translucent. Thank you so much for joining me, and if you're wanting to see more tutorials, please subscribe. Give me thumbs up and thumbs down. Let me know what you like, what you don't like. Go ahead and make requests. Talk to you soon. Bye.